Sagittarius season. So the season does include a new moon eclipse, and of course this is a portal experience. So there will be changes amongst us, and because this is a square, there's going to be a challenge with this house. So Virgo energy, we're looking at new house rules. Okay, that's what I got down here, new house rules. There may be new changes that need to take place in your house or in the way that you handle private situations. It may be time for you to explore new options when dealing with people that are in your privacy area, your privacy sector, especially family, because the 4th house does have to do with family. Okay, you may need to mother a situation differently or mother yourself differently. Explore new out of the ordinary ways of how you can do that. And it will require you to take more action because Sagittarius is fire, which means you have to step out on faith, Virgo energy. This is not going to be something you can measure and cut. This is going to have to be something that you just choose to, you know what, I'm going to just take a chance and, you know, put my, you know, pride aside, or put down, you know, my defenses, because the 4th house is ruled by, you know, Cancer and the moon, where you have a protective shell over yourself that you need to put down and relax. So let's see, what message do we have for 4th house Sag season? What message do we have for 4th house Sag season? And I'm using the Shaman deck as well as the After Tarot. Okay. And this is what we have for the 4th house, Sagittarius. First out, we have Earth energy, the King of Drums, the Queen of Bones, fire, and the 4 of Bones, Aries, right here, energy. And at the bottom, we have the Star card, Aquarius. So this is about, you know, finding your unique road or path in situations regarding family, because there is something new to explore. With that new exploration in your home or your house, or you moving or someone moving out, someone else moving in, whatever the case may be, with this new change that is coming during this eclipse, it's going to be working through and balanced out by the time the full moon in Gemini comes in your 10th house, because it's going to affect your public status. Okay, so any changes you make in your privacy sector will eventually come around and affect your career or your life path, and how you discipline yourself, how you show up as yourself. So this to me does look like both of these are fixed energies. It's like one person is fixed on keeping things comfortable and the other person is fixated on moving past, you know, letting go and moving on. So one wants to let go and move on, and someone wants things to stay the same. And with the 4 of Bones, this does show transformation, taking actions that will transform the situation into something brand new. So it looks like the fire is going to win Sag season. Okay, but again, this is a challenge. Sag and Virgo do challenge each other, because Virgo has to be more open to exploring things without knowing every little detail, and Sag has to understand that although it is necessary to explore one's outer limits, it is also best to make sure that you know where your security lies. And this person, the Earth is about, the King of Drums is about establish security. And the Queen of Wands in this deck is about someone who's getting over, you know, the pain and struggles of the past, and they just want to move on in life. But I feel like they can't move on until they transform themselves in the process. And the Earth will still be here. It is fixed. It's Taurus energy. But again, this is a challenge for you to explore who you are individually, while this person transforms themselves individually, because they're coming into union with themselves while you're further exploring the uniqueness that makes you you in private. But eventually the whole world's going to see the changes you've made. Okay, so let's see. We got the Nine of Swords with the King of Drums. It could be being worried about money, or could be worrying about the foundation that was already created. Just know that this is not real. It looks intimidating and it looks kind of real, but it's not. You could be creating problems or creating arguments, or you could be initiating. I don't want to say initiating. I want to say you could be getting into arguments that really don't solve anything. It just keeps energy circulating. This is Gemini right here. Energy, this Nine of Swords. It could just be you circulating, you know, the same things over and over and over again. Like you're fixated on words, or you're fixated on the ideas that someone may have about you and how they view your worth. But you really need to let it go, because that's not realistic. How people treat you is a display of them. It will never be a display on you. Okay? In the situation with this Queen of Wands that's trying to get over the past, it's like they're not allowed to move forward. They feel like they're not allowed to move forward, and they probably can't if you keep talking about the past. Then they're not going to be able to get over it. It's like when I take a step forward, you push me back. So with this union, it has to be a transformation. Things have to change. That's the only way. And this is a major arcana. So yeah, Virgo, there has to be a significant change that has to take place. And here you go at the bottom of the deck. You got to be alone for a while, Virgo. Work on your thing. Find what makes you you in your privacy, what makes you feel safe when you're alone, what makes you feel empowered, what makes you feel confident, what makes you feel secure when you're alone. Both these energies are about being alone. This is about you feeling alone when you're around people and letting your highest self guide you. And this is about being alone so you can explore your using your inner compass when you're by yourself. Spirit is here. You have control with the snake. You have control over your desires, because you know that enlightenment means way more than your animalistic nature. That's your lower body, your lower self. You're looking at things from a higher perspective. You need to be alone. You need to meditate before you start making decisions and start taking action on things that's going to require you to be in union with yourself, so you can be in union with other people. And it may take some time to heal this relationship, but in the end, you get what you want. Healing. Got the Star card again. Healing. And a baby boy. So, I said that because it was the Ace of Wands. I don't know. I ain't trying to wish pregnancy on nobody who don't want none. I'm just saying. Like, this situation is like somebody's trying to take actions to let the past be the past, and you're fixated on the thoughts and feelings of why something didn't work out, why it didn't work this time, or why this didn't work. And it's like, dude, it can work. You just have to transform how you allow things to work and play out. And that requires being alone. The Aquarius is a loner, and Virgo is the hermit. Gotta be alone. It's time for you to be alone during this Sagittarius season, because it's supposed to test you. It's testing you to see how much you can learn outside of your normal comfort zone. It's pushing you out of your comfort zone. And if you are not careful, Virgo energy, come the full moon, you will see that you would have been better off if you were just by yourself. You would have been better off by yourself, taking your time to be alone and by yourself and feel what your higher self is trying to tell you, guide you, carve you. It's hard to listen to God if you're constantly surrounded by people talking, especially if all you're doing is running the same thing over and over. It's not going nowhere. You gotta leave it alone. Okay? Because the situation is getting heated. So it's time to cut it. All right. And that's the message I have for you, Virgo energy, during the Sag season. Take some time out to be alone and enjoy your alone time. When it's time for you to get reacquainted with other people, it'll bring joy. You'll have a youthful energy. You'll be happy and feel refreshed. Like, now that, you know, I got my home or my privacy or my, you know, feelings, and I got my feelings together, now we can have a conversation. Now we can talk. Now we can move forward and be happy wherever that takes us. But at least we don't have to continue to fight and argue every time I see you, because I don't have my feelings together. I can only explore my feelings in my own time and space continuum. You only got one conscious. You don't need to. All right. Peace, Virgo.